Hello everybody, it's me Rex the Dog. We're here for a laundry vlog that they don't want to happen. This is the laundry vlog they don't want to happen. There's really extensive building works going on right next to me. They're knocking down entire walls and stuff like that, so it's been incredibly loud. There seems to be a moment of peace here, so let's see for how long we can talk. So yeah, it's me Rex the Dog here putting on my laundry. It's been a very tough week this week. There's been a couple of things which have sort of popped up out of nowhere, which are, in part of my professional life, which have just caused a lot of stress. A lot of situations are being mishandled, and it's affecting me quite a bit. So honestly, this week has not been a vibe. It's been very challenging. It's been what I've been preparing for, though. If we talk about sort of the topics I've been going on about in the laundry vlogs recently, and in the past laundry vlog about trying to build up these sets of tools to conquer the sort of like ongoing, unrelenting challenges of life, which appear and disappear in small and large ways inevitably over time. Now is kind of one of those tests on how to deal with those things. Now, it has been affecting me. I haven't been sleeping too great. I haven't been eating too great. My mood is definitely lowered, but I am just trying to focus on those tools that I've built over the, especially over the past year, the past 18 months, I don't know, to get me through this situation. I mean, I know the situation will be resolved. I just know it's something that's stressful. It's taking a bit of time. So I'm not concerned about that, but just sort of living in it isn't exactly comfortable. And I guess in the last laundry vlog, when I was talking about these challenges that arise, in life, I was really just thinking about instants, because really at the moment I do feel that I'm living in quite a sort of, which I enjoy. This is not a complaint. I feel at the moment I'm living very much just like instant to instant, moment to moment, and I'm really living in those moments. And I'm enjoying those moments, and I'm thriving in those moments, and I'm taking a lot out of those moments. But they do feel, although they're part of consistent habits which are building up to. There's a drill. That's not as loud as things have been before. We'll see if they start hammering the walls again. But because at that point, I'll possibly have to pause the video and go to be continued. But yeah, although they're part of consistent, habits which are building up to larger things, I am kind of sort of just appreciating them as individual moments that exist. And what I'm going through right now, and so when I've been thinking about, just hypothesizing in the last video about, problems arising, having the tools to deal with them, my mind was thinking about just like, thing happens, react to that thing, move on. Now, what I'm dealing with at the moment, not to go into too much detail, is like a thing which is happening and it's elongated and it's dragged out due to processes and other people involved and stuff like that. So I can't do the satisfying, I solved the problem, I take it off the list, I put out the laundry's done, and we move on. So I'm having to adapt to kind of deal with a problem which is ongoing, and it does make me reflect on times in my life where I've had these long, ongoing, persistent problems, or ongoing problems mentally with my mood or something like that, and sort of dealing with those. So I guess that's kind of brought up an awareness of like, not only these problems going to be like moments, these problems are going to be eras. These problems are going to be, over more significant time, because I think I sort of lost perspective of that happening, so to speak. I feel like I'm talking quickly today because I feel like I've got a lot to say, and I feel there's like a ticking time bomb of all the noise about to start to get again, and I do feel I've got quite a lot to reflect on today. I'm sure this will become a topic for a number of future laundry vlogs. But I will say something I'm very happy about is even though I have suffered a little bit this week in terms of my sleep, my mood, my appetite. My routine has not fell apart. I've kept on top of all the things, all the tasks I need to be doing. I've kept on top of my work. I've kept on top of the upkeep of my home, of my health, of my exercise. I haven't allowed any of that to falter, and I do find a lot of at this point think I find a lot of comfort in the routine, because it's something that's so incredibly valuable. And honestly, the routine has been, as I reflected on, recently, the routine has been going so good, and I have been so consistent with it, and it's allowed me to, get all of these really. Let's see how loud this gets, man. I apologize if this gets incredibly loud. It's allowed me to remove a lot of these ongoing things that I was avoiding. I've done all those, and now really my routine just focuses on upkeep, doing my work, taking care of my health, taking care of my my mind, making a lot of time for art. Recently, because of how organized I've been and how good I've been with my routine, I've had a lot more time for not only the music, which I am mastering at the moment for the EP we're putting out, but also listening to music, reading comic books, reading novels, watching feature films, all these sorts of things. And I feel a really strong connection to, receiving and outputting art at the moment. I hope I can talk over that drill okay, man. Should we wait? I don't know. I'm going to keep talking, and we'll just see what happens. I'm sure it'll be repeated in future laundry vlogs, because all this stuff feels important stuff I want to say right now. But yeah, because I've had such time to so organized, I've still been interacting with art on this basis of receiving and trying to create on my own. I feel really open to it, and I feel that's something that a lot more connected to it than in certain other parts of my life, and I think that's something that's been really valuable, and it's helped me maintain the good mood I was in, and helped me not hitting the entire rock bottom due to what's happening at the moment, because I think something that's so important about art is art allows us and helps us to connect with sort of universal ideas which we're all trying to communicate, but we have a real difficulty communicating or tapping into. And some of the feature films I've watched recently, Flow, for example, which it's really hammer time over there. It's really hammer time over there. Some of these feature films I've watched recently, like Flow, the film about the cat, which has this fully formed narrative arc in a dialogueless film that this cat goes on that just makes you go whoa, that's amazing movie magic, brain go burr. I don't know, I think that sort of stuff's really been helping me. But what I was trying to say here, I really feel like I'm going so fast today for a multitude of reasons. I'll do this video again slowed down, I'm sure, and more thought through. This is chaotic. Oh my god, this is chaotic. But I think, can you let me speak here? So I do think that this is actually a very good metaphor for what I'm dealing with at the moment. I want to talk about the journal that I've introduced in my routine. I don't think this is the time to do it, but because I've got this, extra time I've carved out in my routine, I've made a habit of writing in this journal every week. I'll reflect on that next time. I love you. I'm talking to you in really weird circumstances. Shout out to you if you made it through this. If you made this through this, please drop a comment below, because if this had any value. Peace out.